Hello, this is Will from Will to Trade. You can check us out at willtotrade.com. That's willtotrade.com. Fill out the form and get a free trial to our chat room. So I'm making this video actually specifically for members that are in the room, and then of course, anyone that's watching that's not in the room that wants to get into the room. I want to go over very specifically how to execute some of these big moving trades that happen in the morning. These are real world examples from Friday morning. Some of these that I understand that retail traders may be overwhelmed. How do I execute this order? It's going so fast. And with day trading, I guess you could break it down to two types of retail day traders. There's the retail traders that have the direct access key, direct access to get filled with brokers, and then pretty much everybody else. I think most people are not having direct access. Most people have a regular broker, and they have to punch in their orders normally. I don't know the exact statistics, but I would just guess that 99% of the retail traders do not have direct access fills. So for those of you that do, congratulations. You can go click you're in, click you're out, click buy, click sell, and be in and out pretty much instantly, and you're making your money super fast. For the other remaining 99% of us out there, we have to rely on how to maximize our brokers' tools to be able to buy and sell correctly. So I want to go over very specifically two trades on Friday, and sort of the writing, if you will, the nomenclature for how to show these alerts, what they mean, and how to enter them in. This is specifically for TD Ameritrade, just because I personally use TD Ameritrade. I don't really know how you could do this on other brokers. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. All I can do is show you what I know. If you have TD Ameritrade, you can utilize these orders with TD Ameritrade. If you don't have TD Ameritrade and have another broker, maybe you could talk to your broker and say, hey, can I execute these kind of orders? All right, so let me pull up on the screen here. There we go. So these are two orders. We had them a little bit differently on Friday. We had the buy, and then we had the sell amount. We had the buy, and then we had the sell amount, or even like a sell range. But this is sort of like an updated way of showing what these orders could look like, and I'll explain what it means. So this is a little asterisk, like, hey, this is an alert. Buy, stop, JVA. So this is obviously the ticker symbol JVA, 551. That would be the price, $5.51. Plus 5% means we're going to sell a limit at 5% up. And then the LBI O is the same thing, 701 plus 5%. And the reason we're putting the plus 5% is because we don't necessarily know where you're going to get filled, but we know that if we enter in the plus 5%, that the computer will automatically calculate what's 5% up. So let me explain this in a little bit more detail. So just understand what this looks like, and I'll move it off the screen and show you here. So again, this is a real world example, JVA, a couple days ago, Friday. I saw it right around here, and obviously it squeezed up, and it kind of pushed up, and it came back down, pushed up, and came back down. And I had said to myself, okay, this is definitely moving. It's definitely in action. We really should want to buy it the break above the $0.50. Look, in retrospect, maybe if we had placed an order to buy it 545 or something, that would have been equally as good. But now we're kind of, splitting like, pennies here. So the order still worked. The order still valid, 551. So watch this here in the 1 minute and just, understand where the 551 would be. And then what you would do in this particular example is you would right click, and then you would click on buy custom. Now I personally have created some custom orders. You have to do this. You have to either figure it out or contact your broker. But the whole key is, it's like click, boom, we're ready to go. So I scroll down to these 1-to-1s, and I have it right here. It's like buy, the first triggers, a stop, and then it triggers a sell plus 10%, plus 3%, plus 5%. So I would choose the plus 5%, and then the order comes up right there, right? And then I would have to change this to 551. And there's 551. Now notice how they're linked. Okay, and it's gonna sell it limit plus 5%. Okay, so I'll just do it one more time to show you how quickly it can be done once they're saved. Boom. 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 Boom, 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 boom. And then you would hit confirm and send. I'm not going to hit confirm and send because I'm not actually going to place the order, but I'm just showing you there. So you could change this to plus 3%, plus 10%, plus 1%, plus 20%, whatever you want. 5% is nice because, you know, our daily goal is 5 to 10%. Hey, if we hit 2 trades like this in the morning, 5%, 5%, that's 10% on the day. We already hit our goal within the first half hour. Any more scalps that we can do just adds to the winnings, right? If you want to place it with a bigger order, you can click down here, you know, give me 5,000 shares, and then make sure this number matches. Let me sell 5,000 shares, or you can, you know, just go back to your 1,000 and 1,000. So you can change those numbers there. Be aware that at least in TD Ameritrade, if you click this will change to plus or minus dollars or pennies. So if I change it to plus, it's gonna, you know, buy it at 551, and it's gonna sell it $5 up. That's too extreme. It's not going to double in value, and certainly not within a couple minutes. So you maybe want to change it to like plus, 30 cents or something, right? That's another approach. Another approach is that you could toggle this off and then just punch in the exact number. Like, all right, sell it at, you know, 590, right? So I'm going to buy stop at 551. And then I'm going to sell limit at the exact price there, 590. But the only, and this is still fine. The only tricky part about this is that you may not know where it's really going to fill you. And the whole goal of this video, the whole goal of explaining this is to get 5%, whether you get filled at 551 or whether you get filled at 561. So let's actually delete that, and let's scroll over here. Okay, now imagine we had our order at 551. We'd still be watching and waiting. And then here we are. We're still watching and waiting. So we have like 2 or 3 minutes of just watching and waiting. This dotted blue line is 551. We're still watching and waiting. And then boom, there it is. It's a huge volume spike. And at the same time, it happens so fast. Because in this same one candle, you get filled at 551. And then if you, let's see, 551 plus 5%, you know, 578, 579, it goes to 595. So it'll fill you, and then it'll sell you within the minute. I mean, it happens so fast you might miss it. Even if it doesn't fill you at 551, even if it fills you like at 560 or something, and it may sell you out in the 590s, it'll still get you that 5%. Now, if it filled you even higher, like let's say like 570 or something like that, then you just wait. You wait one candle, you wait another candle, and look at that. It popped up above $6 into $6.15, but again, it happened so fast. So if you try to buy this with the market and then try to sell it with market, you know, you're just literally not going to be able to keep up, and you'll mess up the order. You'll end up losing money. And then if you miss this opportunity, it only happens, you know, one more time right there, and then the rest of the day, it just fades. See, you have this quick little like 3-minute, 5-minute opportunity to grab your gains, and that's it. And then one more little squeeze, and then done for the rest of the day. That's JVA. Let me show you LBI O. LBI O. Oops. LBI O. Okay, so again, and I made another video about LBI O, and there's lots of different trades that could have been done on LBI O. This, of course, is a nice conservative trade over here, another conservative trade over there, but we're talking specifically about this morning. So let's zoom in on the morning, and this blue line is actually, So somewhere right around here or so, I saw LBI O, and I was interested in it. And I think I saw maybe around here or here, and I saw, okay, it's like around 687 or so. I want to see that break above the next dollar level, so I want to buy stop 701. So, you know, look, 701 plus 5% is 736. Even if you don't get filled at 701, even if you get filled at, say, 720 plus 5% is 756. So let's see what happens here, right? So you place your order, right? And I'll just show you again. So right click, buy custom, right there, plus the 5%. And all you gotta do is toggle this up to 701. And just notice it's buying stop at 701, and then it's selling plus 5% limit order. That's really key, selling with the limit order. So we'll delete that and we'll just watch. Okay, 701, right? So it goes down. That's why we had above. Now it goes up again, and it goes down again, right? It's pretty funny. And it kind of goes up, and then it really goes up, but not quite 701, and then pulls back for a second, and then boom. And that's my whole point. That is the whole point right there. All the activity happens in this one candle right here. So this whole part is just waiting. It's just waiting for the action, waiting for the moment. You know, you have several minutes to place that order, and I showed you a couple times how to place that order, and then you're waiting. If you tried to buy this on market, you're just never gonna be able to do it. By the time you buy it on market, you know, you're way up in here, and then you want to sell it in market, and then maybe you're right back to there. So if you buy it and sell it in market, I mean, you may get really lucky, and you may be able to squeeze a profit, or you may just break even, or maybe even lose. And then you get confused, like, I don't understand, how did I lose? Well, it moves just so fast. So you want to use the technology to your advantage. So 701, it'll fill you. Now, it might not fill you exactly at 701. Like I said, it might fill you like up here in 720. But buying stop is telling the computer, telling the NASDAQ, okay, we want to buy, and we want to buy when it goes through 701, and it exploded through. This is a perfect example of everything I'm talking about, because all the activity, the buying and the selling, happens in the same candle. Now, that same 1 minute. Even if you tried to put in a buy stop order and then you get filled, and then you want to then secondly enter in your sell limit order, you know, and then you want to try to calculate, well, where did I get filled, and what's 5%? You know, by the time you blink, you might miss it. In this particular example, you know, you might have gotten luckier because it went to a halt and then it actually squeezed up. But again, we're trying to avoid that if all possible, because when it goes to a halt, you know, anything can happen. You know, maybe you get filled here and then it halts and it goes up there, and then you try to sell market and then you sell there, and you kind of, you know, break even. So that's not what it's about. It's really about this candle right there. It's really about getting filled here or as close to here as possible, and then anywhere along here grabbing that 5%. And you may say, well, why only go for 5%? You know, it ultimately squeezed up 10%. You know, look at this. It did. But sometimes it won't. Sometimes it'll only squeeze 5%. We're not trying to go from the lowest penny to the highest penny. We're just trying to get a piece of the move. So if you understand these orders, if you understand what they mean, if you understand how to execute them, then you can follow along in our room, follow the alerts, make some money with us. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you love this video, hit subscribe. If you want to get into our room, go to the site, willtotrade.com, fill out the form, and we'll get you all set up. Thank you so much. Have a great day.